Yeah, not too bad, thanks. Yeah. Is this a lift?
It is, sir, it is. It's most definitely the lift. Shall I press the button for you?
Yeah, but I want to go the other way.
So a few days ago, these old photo albums came to light. I've moved around quite a bit over the years and I thought I'd lost them. It's a few moves back and literally I haven't seen them for years. And as a consequence, I had no photos anymore of me as a kid and of me with my dad, or my dad died when I was quite young or anything like that. And then the other day they came to light in the loft, a couple of houses back. Wow, some amazing shots, some amazing pictures in it. I love looking at old photographs as well. And not just the photographs with me in it, or even there's like my granddad, my grandma, my dad's family, you know, way back. There's literally, I mean, look at that, that's me and my mum and dad there. Is it this one? See it? On the beach. I think it's like Cornwall or somewhere. There's me and my mum and dad like walking. I'm just like, I'm so made up. It's me and my dad sleeping, look, see the one at the bottom there? Just curled up on my dad. Just so special. It's funny, isn't it? There's nothing to be said for the composition or anything like that, but to me they're just beautiful photographs. But of a time and place, the old Polaroids and wow. Me and my cousin Jake, there, this one. My cousin Jake died, my best friend died a long time ago now. He was very young, he was only in his 20s. Look at that for an old photograph. I think it's just after the war. So my dad's family, my dad, who died when he was 33, well, his mum and dad, which is my granddad and grandma, and two other family members, including his sister, they died in a car crash, or in a camper van actually, when he was 15. And yeah, he was the only survivor. So there's a lot of photographs in here of my granddad. My dad was, from the age of 15 then, went to live with my granddad's brother, Alf and Grace, who I kind of knew as, look at these photographs, was my kind of grandma and granddad really. It's just so special, it's made my so long. We're only in February. Guys, look at this, right? I found this amongst the photographs. There's a couple of bags of them. The Dumpy pocketbook for photographers. Look at it. How friggin' awesome is that? It's amazing, isn't it? So long. So, this week, I've got to take a picture of a stranger. I have this Facebook group. Anyone who's done my 2-day workshop is invited into like a post support group. And we have a weekly image competition in there. And you have to have taken a picture in the previous 7 days. You've got to post it by midnight on the Sunday. And it's quite competitive. And on the Monday, you have to vote for the best image. And you have to vote for the best image as well. You can't be posting for like your favourite person just because you think they've done well by their standard. No, you have to vote for the absolute best image in there, because what it does, it gives the guys that are just starting out something to aspire to, and the guys that have been around for years, a lot more experience, gives them something to, well, it keeps them on their feet, right? And you have to vote for the best image, like I said, on the Monday. This week's challenge is a street portrait. I'm quite used to it because I do a lot of street photography, and street portraits are obviously a little bit different, but I kind of do those as well at times where you're going to ask someone to, if you can take their photograph. But it has to be of a stranger, so there's a little bit of a push, a little bit of discomfort, pushing through, but I haven't got mine yet this week. So I need to get out my camera at some stage because I need a win. I haven't won for a few weeks. I can get really competitive with it. Just going through some of my other street portraits. Oh, so this old guy here. So this was taken actually during a Dare workshop, and he's just walking towards me down the street, and I'm actually kind of I'm training here. So there's a whole bunch of guys off to the right on the street. He's walking towards me. I've got a 24mm, so I'm super close here. And but I think I got about 4 or 5 clicks of him naturally just walking towards me, and then I just wanted this shot, so I stopped him and I asked the guy, and he was sweet. I asked him to bring the can up, and then yeah, we got the shot. So this guy is a homeless fella. Well, as was the last guy, really. For me, what I want to do if I'm taking this kind of a frame, I want to connect with who I'm taking the photographs with. I don't mean it in that like, oh look at me, I'm like, you know, I'm a saint. It's not about that. At the same time, you know, I want to be appropriate. I know a lot of people think like taking photographs of people who are perhaps I've got it tough, right? You're kind of taking advantage of them. I don't see that. I don't see that. For me, I'm a photographer, and I want to take this guy's photograph. I'm interested in this guy. Sometimes we'll create a bit of a space and have a chat. Treat the guy to a coffee. I don't want to be taken advantage. And ultimately, I'm a photographer. This guy's a character, and I wanted to get a photograph of him. I asked him for a wink, and look at those eyes. He's just like, yeah, it was a sweet moment. And I won't forget that moment we had, that little connection. And look at this scary character. But he was great, this guy, and I approached him, and he was brushing his teeth, literally. And look, I mean, he's ready to go. This guy, he was like a proper character, and I think this was around Soho. It was about 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years, and just makes for a great shot. I think this was in New York. I think I'm not 100% sure. I just like the symmetry where she's sitting, very simple, and yeah, I didn't ask her for permission here. I just got in, got the click, and got out. Again, this guy actually did ask permission. He was smoking, and I think this was in London, and we got some really sweet light, and it's quite gritty, the image, and I pushed the clarity a little bit in post-production. I just like the feel of this frame. Again, just character, and I think I treated this guy to a coffee and just had a little chat. It wasn't for too long, and just the colour, this guy's face, this character, just life. And if you're getting close enough, I don't know if you can see on the video, but just his eyes, just everything about this frame I love. This guy, this was in Brooklyn. It was Manhattan actually, and yeah, it was a long walk that day. I remember walking through Little Italy, or been through Greenwich Village, and then come across this guy. I think it wasn't too far from Manhattan Bridge, and just the character, I don't know, he was very, it was like a live wire. I don't know if there was much of a connection here, but he was, you know, he was doing his thing for the camera, and yeah, I'm just clicking really here. This is in Holborn, just outside Holborn Station. There's some video of me getting this portrait somewhere. A friend Colin shot the video, and yeah, I just like the flare, the lens flare, and the cigarette, and just the turn and the look. Now this gent was Brick Lane Mick, who was homeless for many years, but then he literally, I think he lived in Brick Lane, East London, for all of his life, right up until he died around about 80 years old, I think. And he was the sharpest dressed man in like Brick Lane. He just had this, and you can Google him, Google Brick Lane Mick, and what a character. Passed away a few years ago. Got quite a lot of shots of him over the years, going back and forth. Man, I've got so many. I could take, 15, 20 videos, maybe just a few more. The light here, really sweet.
That's why I put it in colour as well, just the jumper he's wearing. For me, the colour in a frame has to be part of the almost like part of the narrative, almost part of the story. Otherwise, for me, it's black and white every day of the week. But yeah, I kind of like this shot. Here he is again, Brick Lane Mick, the Prince of the City. What a character though. Look at these clothes. And this guy was homeless or borderline homeless most of the time. Look, I think the locals, like, everyone in Brick Lane knew Mick, and I think they looked after him, especially towards the end. What a character. Sweet guy. Oh my God, there's so many. I'm going to have to leave it, I think, guys. We'll take up too much time, or maybe do a whole video. This guy, not quite sure. I think London. I think not too far from Holborn again. And asked his permission, went up to him. And for me, street photography is kind of documentary, and it's about documenting kind of almost like anonymously. And street portraits, these frames I'm showing you, they're not that. They're not like what you'd call pure street photography. But I like getting street portraits as well. Back in my office. Yeah, I think like we need that kind of support. You know, the weekly image group's great. Like, I personally need that kind of little incentive each week, and just keeps me on my toes. You know, so I really do think that I benefit the most. I think when like I'm up against it a little bit, when I've got something to strive for.
He lightly kissed you on the head before you gently spoke. Being with you is the best thing I've done, he added, ever so kind. And you couldn't speak a single word as I was on your mind. Sadie, I know you dream of me. Sadie, won't you please leave me be?
Well, I got my shot. I got it at Euston, and this is phone footage. So I got my shot at Euston, and it's a really sweet girl, and she's like this homeless girl. It's always a little bit kind of temperamental, that. So usually what I do, have a chat and just like maybe treat her to a little breakfast or a coffee or something, and then I got the shot. So hopefully, yeah, it's pretty cool. So this is it. Pretty much a wrap on the day, guys. It was a good day, busy day. I'm absolutely shattered though. I got a little bit behind myself for getting the footage for you guys, me and the Phil getting the shot, but I promise there's a lot more of that juice coming up, guys. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, thumbs up for this video, turn on your notifications as well. You'll be reminded when I post again. And that's it, guys. So good night.
Gently rest your head, girl, on a page that does not turn. I know you cause destruction, but that's just how you learn. Maybe I